Hi, everyone. Hi, fellow homeowners. My name is Suzanne Keeter. I am a licensed North Carolina real estate agent and realtor with Real Broker LLC. And thank you for joining today's webinar. Why most homes don't sell for what they're worth in 2026 and what smart homeowners are doing right now. How data-driven sellers are protecting their equity, avoiding price cuts, and selling with confidence, even in a shifting market, a very shifty market. So, why? Oops, there we go. What you'll learn today. So, by the end of the session, you'll know why homes sit, stall, or sell for far less than expected, the biggest mistakes that sellers make before they list, how smart sellers are using buyer data to sell faster and cleaner, and why waiting often costs more than acting strategically, and how to sell with certainty, control, and a clear next step. Who am I and why this matters to you? So, again, my name is Suzanne Keeter. I live in the Charlotte area and I am a licensed North Carolina real estate agent. I work with homeowners who are tired of guessing, want clarity, not pressure, and want a strategy, not just a yard sign in their front yard. I do not believe in, ooh, this listed and hope. Overpricing and chasing the market, surprises during inspection or negotiation. I believe in precision, preparation, proactive buyer matching. So we'll get to that topic in just a minute. So, why also does my background matter to you? I have various degrees. One is music. Yes, that really matters right now. I have a master's degree in public administration. Boy, that really, really matters. I have decades experience in IT and sales, and I have loved real estate from the time I was 7 years old. And I was actually licensed in another state previously to North Carolina. And I'm a Navy veteran. I've lived all over the world. As a child and as a young adult, I've lived in the Bahamas. I've lived in St. Martin, which is probably a stop that you've made on a 7 day Eastern cruise, Eastern Caribbean cruise. Um, I've lived in Seoul, South Korea, and no, my father was not in the military. He was a hotel executive, so we lived on resorts. I know, tragic childhood. But I have lived in the Charlotte area for almost, I think, 19 years now. This is the second time around. The first time around, I actually built a house in Birkdale Village. And it was part of the phase one of Birkdale Village. So anybody who can guess what year that was, I will give you a little gift card to Amazon. So also, that was back when I was young and I wanted to put a pool in the backyard. The HOA said no, got mad, and moved to Miami. But that's a whole nother story for a whole nother webinar. So let's continue. Oop. So the market has changed, but most agents haven't. So, like today's buyers, for example, they are much more cautious. I think 2020 to this year basically taught a lot of buyers a lot of lessons. They are comparing everything online, everything online. They are online 24/7 with real-time information. They walk away quickly if something feels off. Today's sellers are competing against price reductions. You see that everywhere now. I bet you have a neighbor that has a story. Are they are up against new constructions incentives. I have a whole nother webinar. I have a a builder incentives report that I update weekly on all of the new community, new builders with move-in ready incentives. It's unreal right now. So later on, we'll talk about your next steps. One of them is certainly if you're looking for a new construction home in the Charlotte area, I definitely can help you with that strategy. Often lose leverage after like the first 14 days. So you can usually see, if something is still listed for 14 days, something is amiss. The old strategy no longer works. All right, continue. There we go. All right. The biggest risk is not pricing too low. That's not the biggest risk. It's pricing without a strategy. So homes that will miss the mark early, they sit longer, they receive lower offers, they invite tougher negotiations, they create stress and second guessing. The market quietly penalizes hesitation. What most sellers are told, and again, no longer works. Let's price high and see what happens. More listings means we're doing well. The MLS will bring a whole lot of buyers. We can always reduce later. These beliefs cost sellers time, money, leverage, sanity, you name it. That's not what we're gonna be talking about now. What smart sellers do differently. So instead of guessing, they prepare their home before they list. They identify who will be buying their home, or their real estate agent will. They price with intention. They market directly to those buyers. So we figure out first who those buyers are, and I'll show you in a minute how we do that. And then we market just to them. It's no buckshot over the whole Charlotte area. We are very strategic in the terms of surgically strategic when it comes to finding your buyer. And it's just one buyer you need, just one. So we reduce the inspection and negotiation risk, and I'll go through that in just a minute on how. And we plan for the next move before we even sell. So we have our ultimate objective, our purpose, what's our results, where do we ultimately want to be? Selling your home just as part of the process. So it's not luck, it's a system. So introducing my precision sale listing experience. So this is my listing services for you. This is a structured buyer match system designed to protect your equity, your money that you worked so hard for. Reduce stress because we have stress already in every facet of our life. This shouldn't be one of them. Shorten the time to market. Again, we'll go through strategically what you ultimately want, but if you want it, I need to be gone by next month. I need this sold. I need this. I need to be moved, whatever. We will strategically put a plan together and create your timeline. Help you move forward confidently. This is not a standard listing package. This is a precision-driven sales strategy. So part of these services, and there's 7 core services as part of this listing service that I provide. I don't know if you've heard of a CMA. You may have some of your realtor friends talk about a comparative market analysis. That's typically what a CMA stands for, but I changed the C to be a competitive marketing analysis. And because most agents will give you, as part of a CMA, a price range, which is fine. Recent sales, hey, let's see what's sold because that's proof of the market. And then maybe a finger in the wind opinion. So I'm not trying to hate on anybody here. My competitive market analysis includes a true competition mapping at each price point. A buyer demand by price band. So there's will be a chart. Sorry for the fingers. Danger zones where homes stall, pricing strategies that create urgency, not resistance. Pricing is not a number, it's a weapon in your favor. So, why this outperforms a standard comparative market analysis? The traditional CMA answers, what did homes sell for? Like the past, that's the past. Whereas the competitive market analysis answers, what will cause buyers to act now in your property? It shows what you're competing against today, what buyers are ignoring, like the houses that are sitting on the market, for example, and where leverage is created, not lost. So here's the fun part for me. So this is core service 2. The buyer profile targeting. So where it says proprietary software, I have developed a software that uses AI, of course, algorithm, etc., with various data sources. I will not reveal my sources. That will provide a buyer profile that will analyze your home features in detail, evaluate location and lifestyle attributes, and then identify a specific buyer profile. And I can't advertise this, but then I could just go find the profile and then start sorting through names. So that's I'm almost there. Most likely to purchase your home. So we are not creating buckshot, we are strategic. Instead of hoping the right buyer shows up, we reverse engineer. So all my engineer brains out there, I'm talking to you. So this is we reverse engineer to see who that buyer really is. And then we just go find them. We go dance in front of them. We go get their attention. We get them. So then, why buyer matching changes everything? Why buyer matching changes everything? Most homes are marketed to everyone. So everyone, everywhere. That attracts no one in particular. You may have some looky-loos, etc. Buyer profile targeting shapes pricing decisions. So that it kind of melds into our competitive market analysis, where we are ultimately, finalizing a price. You ultimately decide what the price is. That's, as an owner, I just provide you the data and guidance through, and I've got lots of data. Guides marketing language. It attracts serious buyers, the serious ones. It reduces the just looking showings. It creates a perceived demand. That's what you want. And you want buyers fighting for your property because you deserve it. This is a data-driven selling. It's not guesswork. Pre-listing market ready inspection. So this is core service number 3. This one's on me for you. I got you. Surprise kills deals. It really does. I can tell you all kinds of stories around, oh no, what the water heater's not working. So I didn't know that after I listed it. Anyway, order a pre-listing inspection, identify issues before the buyers do. Address and disclose strategically. We'll talk about that a smidge later. Strengthen buyer confidence up front. The more you can give somebody, the easier or the more straightforward decision they can make. This drastically reduces renegotiations. You do not want to have to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth with a buyer when you're under contract and they have completed their inspection and they have the report, and their real estate agent, it's their representative is going to fight for them. You don't want to have to go back and forth and have to provide concessions, lower the price, agree to fix this. Gosh, a new roof, that's $20,000, stuff like that. You don't want that. We want to cut that out as much as possible because, again, it's ultimately protecting your equity. And then, of course, with all that back and forth, deals fall apart. We don't want that. We're not going to have it. I don't accept it. Core service 4, lifestyle story marketing. So what this means is that buyers, they don't buy square footage. Of course, square footage is a factor, but they're not like, my dreams will come true if I find a house for 4,000 square feet. No, I need to be near my work. I need to be near a grocery store. I love pickleball. I need that in a community amenity. They're looking at other things. And so we need to tell that story. So they buy how life feels in the home and the community and the surroundings. Your listing includes, so all this is part of the service now. Of course, professional photography, so check. Also a free 3D home tour also, and there are some platforms, real estate platforms that it will pop up to the top of anybody's search list that has the search criteria that matches your property. Lifestyle focused narrative, buyer specific messaging, and strategic digital exposure and ads. Yes, I run ads for you for your property. Your home is launched. It's not just listed. So it's an event. So proactive buyer matching, proactive buyer matched marketing. Now that we have the profile that we've done the due diligence on with the data, that I do, you don't have to worry about that. Based on your buyer profile, messaging directly to their motivation, because that buyer profile will understand, well, why would they be looking for a property like yours? And we'll go through all that detail as part of our session. So marketing attracts the right buyer, not just any buyer. We don't want any buyer. We want the one that will, that's perfect for your property. Demand is engineered, not assumed. Strategic, not hopeful. This shortens the time on market and strengthens offers. Again, we want a clean, simple offer with that meets all of your objectives. There we go. So core service number 6 is seller certainty communication plan. Whenever I am responsible for a project, program, you name it, or a part of something, I need communication. I need to understand how I'm performing or what's going on. So I expect, that for me, and I certainly provide it to my clients. So I will, so you won't ever have to wonder, well, what's happening? What are buyers saying? What comes next? You will receive weekly updates in a format of your liking, text, email. I'm working on a dashboard that you can just, log in and see real-time data. And depending on how you like to see it. I don't just shove data down your throat all the time. It's depending on, what you like, what you don't like. We customize. Clear feedback summaries, strategy, recommendations, and not silence. And now core service number 7, the final core service, coordinated next home strategy, like we kind of touched upon earlier. As part of our initial consultation, when we start mapping out a strategy for you and a plan, where you're going to go is the ultimate objective, not just selling your house, you're selling your home, your current home. It's just part of that process. Where do you really want to be? What property, what location, what new or old or whatever. We put a plan together and we identify, and it's not just in the Charlotte area. If you're moving out of the area, out of state, I can also help you with that. We identify next home options. We evaluate, of course, new home, move-in ready or built from scratch construction incentives. Like I said, there is a mess of them around right now. You wouldn't believe. I don't know if I just said that earlier. There's a property, I'm recording this on January 13th, 2026. So this isn't from 4 years ago. There's a property right now with a well-known builder that has $144,000 in incentives, just this one property. And no, it's not over $1 million. So if you want to know more about that, contact me immediately because I know that one is going to be gone pretty soon. Um, we coordinate timelines, we avoid temporary housing or rushed decisions. We move forward with clarity, not pressure. Staging service. Now, these are other options as necessary. I have staging services. I've got a professional that will come in, do a consultation. We stage with intention, not excess. And then sometimes we can even use your existing furniture. So again, it's as needed, customized. Also, after we do that pre-inspection report, we go through it and we prioritize if we need a handyman, and I've got a great one. I have a whole vendor list actually. We do a prioritized repair plan. We do a buyer focused ROI guidance, ROI, return on investment, because we want to repair if things do come up. What would give you the best ROI for your money? Because this is now money that you would have to pay up front. I would, we'll understand what it needs to be repaired or what needs to be disclosed. And certainly if a home warranty would also be an additional value add to a buyer. So this system is built to reduce your risk. One of my areas of expertise is risk management from an IT perspective. Does anybody know what GRC means? Contact me with the answer, and I will also provide a cute little gift for you. So I'm all about reducing risk. Moral of that story. We want fewer surprises. We want fewer price reductions. Frankly, we don't want any, but at the end of the day, that would be a worst case scenario, but we will not, that's not part of a strategy. Cleaner negotiations, stronger buyer confidence. Again, you want to make it a no-brainer for a buyer to buy your property. And most importantly, more control for you. So why timing matters more than ever right now in the 2026 market for the Charlotte area. The market rewards prepared sellers, strategically priced homes, buyer matched listings. The more competition increases, the more leverage shifts to buyers, the fewer options you have. Preparation creates leverage, delays remove it. So your next step. So if you were planning to sell in the next 0 to 12 months, your next step is scheduling a precision sales strategy session with me. Of course, it's free. Of course, there's no pressure. There's no obligation. You get clear answers, and then we customize a plan just for you, just for your home, and what your goals are ultimately. You're never locked in at any point. If you decide to list with me, or what have you, the strategy, if you feel like this strategy is not being delivered, communication isn't clear, expectations are not being met, you're not trapped. I work by earning your trust, not holding you hostage. So, I'm easy to work with. The question isn't if you'll sell, it's how well you sell. So the right strategy, like we've talked about, again, protecting your equity, reducing stress, helping you move forward confidently. The wrong one certainly would cost time, money, peace of mind, sanity, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria. What movie is that from? You contact me, let me know. Um, so just book your precision sales strategy session with me. There's a link somewhere on this page that you can just book directly into my calendar. You can text me. My number is, somewhere on this page. You can email me, you can call me. I love talking to folks about real estate. So as you can probably tell. So let's get together. Let's chat. Let's see what your options are. You would probably be very surprised in a positive manner. So thank you again. Let's connect. So again, here's all of my contact information. And again, it's also on this page, so you don't have to rewind this video to find it. So again, thank you so much. I look forward to speaking with you, working with you. Let's find and meet the home of your dreams. Thank you.